it often happens over time. And it gets sort of worse and worse and worse over time. And it takes sort of a long time to do. But sometimes we learn too easily. Sometimes a positive outcome from a single risky behavior can lead us down the wrong path. And actually, I've got a personal example with this. I was sitting on the back porch one day, and I saw a groundhog come out from under my deck, climb up my peach tree, go out onto this narrow little limb, grab a peach in his mouth, back down the tree, back under the deck. I said, whoa, that was cool. I had no idea groundhogs could do that. And so I just sat back there, watching the groundhogs for a while. There was a whole family of them. There were 5 of them. And I thought they were cool. And until they started coming up onto the deck, and my wife saw it, they were burrowing underneath the house. My wife kept hearing these noises under the house. What's going on? I said, oh, I think I know what that is. And she said, you knew about that? You haven't done anything yet? Well, I was enjoying it. But once she told me that it was unacceptable, I got the message. And so I also have 3 daughters. One of them is a vegetarian. That will sort of tell you the limitations I had of the options of how I could get rid of these groundhogs. Shooting them was not an option in my household. I would have been ostracized. And so I got a live trap. I set it out. I said, all right, I know what these groundhogs like. What do you think I put in the trap? Peaches. What I learned is that possums also like peaches. Oh crap! All right. I'm bound to catch it eventually. I also learned that raccoon like peaches. Damn. Finally, I kept the groundhog. I think that was the mama. But I thought, all right, I believe I got to catch some more. So I set the trap again. What I caught next, I was completely unprepared to deal with. Yes, skunk like peaches too. I just stared at it, and I apologize for my language, but all I did was stare at it and say, oh shit, what do I do? I had no idea, so I got tired of standing there just chanting that over and over. So inside I sat down in a dark room. Oh crap, what do I do? Finally it came to me. I know what I'm going to do. I had an old tent tarp. And so I put the old tent tarp over the skunk. I thought maybe if you take away the vision it won't be so excitable. And then I thought, well, it still might get me. And so how do I protect myself? I didn't have a skunk suit, so I made one. I had some plastic bags and an old face shield. And I think, all right, I'm going to get this thing. I cut out the eye holes. So I made myself a skunk suit, and it just went off without a hitch. What I did was I put that tent tarp there over top of it. I had this little clip with a rope to it, and I dragged it over to the farmer's yard where I've been letting go the other critters. That's a different issue. But what happened is the moment of truth was about to come. I had to take this tarp off and actually put my hand there and raise that cage up to allow the skunk to get out. I'm not much for meditation and that kind of thing, but I thought if there was ever a time I was going to be at one with the skunk, this is it. And so I monitored my breathing, I calmed myself down, I thought, all right, here it is. And I open it up, and the skunk just walks out nice and calm, takes a look back at me, keeps walking, no problem at all. I'm thinking, whoa, that's pretty cool, I'm good at this. I caught another raccoon, another possum, before I caught 3 more groundhogs, but then I caught another skunk. And what do you think I did? Do you think I made, this suit was difficult to make and it was relatively uncomfortable. Do you think I made another suit? No, I thought, I'm good at this. I know how to deal with this problem. I just put some old clothes on. Now, I couldn't lie and say it got me that time. That might create a better story, but still, nothing bad happened. Skunk just walks away. I was feeling so confident in my abilities. I actually had a dream about it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm happily married, so let me explain. We can control our behaviors, we can't necessarily control our dreams. And what happened is, there's a lady that lives down the street that's extremely attractive. And my dream was that she had a skunk bump. And she knew where to go. Yes, ma'am, I think I can handle your skunk bump for you. Now, I learned that, I convinced myself that I'm an expert skunk wrangler from 2 data points. Now, I may have stumbled across the way you're supposed to do it. I don't know, maybe I did. I might still be in danger if I get a third skunk. Luckily, I got all the groundhogs, so I don't have to deal with that now. But if I get into the skunk, I'm going to really have to rein myself in, because in my head, I'm probably a lot better at it than I am in reality. So again, we sometimes need to look at the situations and make sure we give feedback. If somebody does something that's not quite right, and nothing bad happens, we can quickly learn. That's the way to do it. We need to make sure we're aware, we give feedback so that this type of learning doesn't occur. All right, next one. Leaders listen and remove barriers.